One of the tasks that we often have to do is we have to send an agreement or a contract to someone and have them sign it. There's two primary ways that most of us do that today. And one is we send them a PDF, email them a PDF, and they print it out, and down at the bottom there'll be, a signature line right down here, sign it. The other way we do it is we use a tool like DocuSign, and DocuSign's a great tool, but it's an added expense. Google Workspace with Google Business Standard or above has integrated e-signatures to make this even easier. Let me show you how this works. So I had this agreement for a partnership proposal that I need to get John Smith to sign it. He's with the Bathroom Association of North America. I need him to sign this. So here's how I will do this. In Google Docs, again, using Google Business Standard or Enterprise, go up here to Tools, and right here is e-signature. In e-signature, I can put my cursor right down here, and I go over to the left. If I only need one signature, I just click right here, and it puts that field for the signature. And then I can hit Tab a few times and come over here, and I can put the date sign. Put that right there. That's all I need is the signature and the date. Now, maybe I want the person's full name, so maybe I come over here and I'll put the field for their name, and I think that aligns pretty decently with signature, name, and date. Now, once I have my Google Docs set up with my e-signature fields for signature, date, and name, now I can request an e-signature. Now, when you click on request an e-signature, you need to say for signer, I only have one signer. I can have multiple signers. For one signer, I'm going to send this to rlburris@teddyburris.com. And I'm going to ask, this is my wife, and I'm going to say, please sign this for me. I don't need to ask her to send it back to me because it's an e-signature. It'll send it back to me automatically, and I hit request e-signature. Now it's going to create the signature. It's going to save the agreement in my Google Docs. There it is, new agreement for recycled TP, and I'm going to hit OK. Now, let's go see what my wife got on her side. We go to her email, and here's the email that she got. New e-signature request. It's saying, Teddy Burris, me, has requested your signature. Please sign this for me. And I hit open it, click on sign. It's going to open it up. And there's the document. It is a PDF and signature pending. I'll reject it or view details. It says start here. And if I scroll down, you can see there's where it put the date. And that's interesting. It put the month before, the year before the month and the date, which is a European style. I might need to go change that, but that's okay. And I need to click on sign. When I click on sign, it wants my full name or her full name and her initials, RLB, and then adopt and sign. So signed it, and then puts her name right there. And now it is completed, and all that I need or she needs to do is click mark complete and agree that it's okay for whoever's getting this PDF to see my name, email address, etc. Agree and continue. Now I can close this window on her side. Okay, on my side, I got a little bit of redundancy going on here. I'm not sure why, but I got what I need. In the inbox, I have, you can see there's two messages. You can see this is the first message where I requested the e-signature. And then I got another message right here to me directly that says Rebecca has completed it. Now I can click open and it'll open that document. Interestingly, it'll open that document in Google Drive. Now this is really interesting because I also got in updates, I have the other document. This is the actual signature that Rebecca made. It says it's completed, and I go look at this, and I can see it's actually, my PDF is now 2 pages. It was 1 page, but here's why. Because not only does it have her signature and the date and her name, but it also has the audit trail in this PDF, and it includes the detail, the file name, that it's been signed, it's got a green dot, the status timestamp, when was it updated. And you can see also in the activity, here's where I sent it at this time. She signed it at this time, and the document's been signed by all signers and is marked complete at this time. That is in the updates as the actual PDF that was sent to me. But go back to the inbox and you'll see that not only here's where I sent it to her, but this message right here is, again, it's only a little redundant because this is the actual document in Google Drive. So when I click on that, it opens the document again from Google Drive. There's the document. There's the audit trail that I referenced, all in the document saved in Google Drive. And oh, by the way, because I have Gemini turned on, I got some summary information here and some summary information over here. This sort of, again, reiterates what's happening down here. But as I said, this is in Google Drive. So if I close this down and show you in Google Drive, there's the document right there. There's the document that I created as a Google Doc. And once it got sent with the e-signature, there's the document that got saved. Come on, open up in my Google Drive. Again, that is the PDF with the audit trail. And again, here's the Gemini summary over here. So bottom line, this is what I'm suggesting. There's value in upgrading if you're using Google Workspace Starter. There's value in having Google Workspace Standard in part because of this feature. There's other reasons you may want it as well. That's in another video I'll share with you. But the value of having tools and e-signature, I think, is worth upgrading to Google Workspace Standard. Hey, I'm Teddy. I'm all about Google Workspace and Gmail, and I hope this idea is helpful for you.